Okay, so what we're going to do is this question is asking us what are the solutions. So solutions are the same thing as zeros, roots, okay, which are all the same thing as x-intercepts. So remember, it does have to equal 0, which it does. That's what this means, okay? So what I want each of you to do is to go ahead and graph this equation into the calculator. Obviously, we don't put the gx equals, so graph that in the calculator. Once you do that, so you're going to graph it, then you're going to analyze, graph, and then once you do that, you are going to look for your zeros. And that's literally all you have to do. You can do quadratic formula, but you don't have to. So that's option 1 that you can do. Second option you can do is quadratic formula. Okay, and then if you decide to do that, okay, your A is going to equal 3. Your B equals -2, your C equals -5, and then it would get you the same answer. Okay, so once you graph, analyze, or you graph it, you analyze the graph, and you get your 0, it'll give you one of these answers, and the same thing for quadratic formula. Your second question is going to be the exact same thing. It's asking for solution. It does equal 0, so you can do the exact same thing. You can click graph, then you're going to analyze the graph, and then from there, you're going to do the zeros. Now, that's option 1. The second option, again, is quadratic formula. So if you do that, again, you're going to do your A is going to be 3. Your B is equal to -30. Your C is equal to -72. You can do either one, whatever is your preference. And for quadratic formula, again, once you get x equals, that is your answer. Here, okay, again, to bring this to you, this is our parent function. So this is going to be our parent function. Okay, it's transformed to this equation. Now, we can rewrite it. And remember, we take away the f, x minus 3, we add the squared. So the squared is what was taken away whenever they put the f, right? So we can rewrite it. If you graph this, right, so you can graph it, then you would analyze, and then you have to decide if it's a maximum or minimum. Okay, if it's a maximum, then you click maximum. If it's a minimum, you click minimum. But you have to fill in the blank as to which one it is. Or you can keep it simple. The vertex, if you go to your reference sheet, which I will, is going to be here where it says vertex form. Your H, which is right here, your H is in parentheses. Your K is going to be on the outside, and we don't change it. So here, my H is in the parenthesis, and again, we don't believe anything our X says, so we do the opposite, which is +3. And then this one's going to stay the same, so it's -9. And that's going to be your answer. So this is going to be a +3. And then this is going to stay the same, which is -9. If you graph it, analyze it, it's going to give you the same points. So on this one, it's the same concept. This is going to be your parent function. Okay, so again, this is where we always start. This is our parent because, again, we all come from somewhere. So parent function. Again, you can graph this if you want. You just rewrite it, take away the f, put x plus 7.2 squared, and you add the squared back. And then you can find, same thing, you can graph it, analyze it, determine if it's a maximum or minimum. Or you can just look at it and see, again, we do the opposite of whatever our x is. So that's going to be -7.2. And then remember, that's your h. So according to our reference sheet, which is right here, h is like your x, k is like your y. Okay, so then you would pick the right answer.